Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Fighter Pass tournament. So if you're new and you're wondering what this is, or you need a refresher on the rules, here they are. So it is a tournament where I took 32 characters from series that are not represented in Smash Bros. And, well, yeah, put them into a tournament, and then each day on the channel, I upload one matchup from the tournament, and then we vote for either one of the two characters that are in the matchup. And you see the two characters whose names are in today's matchup. They're in the parentheses at the end of the title of the video. So yeah, you'd either vote for character A, character B, or if you absolutely would love both the characters, you can vote for both. So yeah, the way to vote, down in the comments, simply type the name. So that's how you do that. Voting stays open for 1 week to keep the tournament rolling. If there's ever a tie in the voting, I'll flip a coin on camera. You guys will see that. So we break the tie that way. But I think that's pretty much all the rules and what you need to follow and know. So we've got to go over the results from last week. And last week's matchup was, who was it? Sans taking on Chrono. And this one was going to be interesting, you know. Sans, a lot of people kind of think he's a meme sort of character. And Chrono, just an old school, a lot of people think is one of the better games ever made, so from Chrono Trigger. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, and it actually was really close. It really was. Here's the results. Chrono from Chrono Trigger ended up pulling that out. Check that out. 35 votes for Chrono to 30 votes for Sans. I forgot to mention this, double elimination tournament. So got to lose twice to lose. You lose, you drop to the loser bracket, which in this case is happening to Sans. It's only Sans' first loss, so he just drops to the loser bracket. So congrats to Chrono for moving on to, in the winner's bracket. So Sans falls down here and will end up taking on Palico from the Monster Hunter series, and that matchup will come up on Wednesday. So Sans fans, he'll be back in just a couple days. So if you want to vote for him again, get to vote for him in a few days. But that leads us to, well, today's matchup, which is Spyro the Dragon taking on DoomGuy, another M-rated sort of character. Does he fit in Smash? Would the style seem right? I don't know. So let's discuss it, right? So I believe I'm actually starting with DoomGuy. So yeah, DoomGuy. Like I just said, M-rated character. I always feel, and this is always my personal opinion. I know I've read quite a few comments that kind of feel the same way. So I know I'm not alone in that. But M-rated characters, they, especially Doom, you know, you just blood and gore, and you just super violent, and it's not the Smash Bros style. It doesn't fit. Then again, you know, I'm always open to the possibility of seeing, you know, unique characters, but I want them to still have the smashy feel. You know, I want them to fit with the roster. I don't want them to just completely stand out and just not make sense, you know? I don't want somebody coming in with a chainsaw or something or shotgun to, you know, do whatever. I don't want to see that sort of stuff. Again, you can take the character and try to tone it down and tone them back a bit to make them feel like they fit in Smash Bros. Like they did with Snake and Bayonetta to an extent. So it can be done, but I mean, a character from his franchise is, you know, as violent as this one. I think that's a big task. I mean, I'm not saying he can't do it, you know, Sakurai and his team. I'm not saying they can't do it by any means. They can do it. But then you get to that point, and I always say this with M-rated characters, so I kind of feel like a broken record the last few matchups we've had, because I've covered Mortal Kombat quite a bit lately, and it's just, if you tone them down a bit too much, then they're not going to, you know, feel like them actual characters, you know? They're not going to feel right, and if you're going to bring over a character from a different franchise into Smash Bros., you want that character to be that character. You don't want to be like, all right, let me get a watered down version of, you know, DoomGuy. I don't want that, because then he's not going to, I don't want him to, you know, shoot confetti out of a, you know, toy, you know, pistol or something. I don't want that, you know, even that'd be a really weird move for a moveset, but I don't want that, you know. I would want the character to be, well, the character himself, you know, represent the franchise and the history that they come from. I want that put into their moveset. And that's what one thing about Sakurai that he does great with his the characters that he brings over, especially third parties and first parties. He wants to make sure that where they came from, that's how they fit, that's how they feel, that's how the developers that created that certain character, that they're pleased and they like the way they go. I mean, I'm not saying you can't come up with a moveset. I found this little thing. No idea who made it, so whoever did make this originally, you know, get credit for that. So I'm not sure what any of these really are. Super shotgun, so I don't know if you could change it to magic bullets. I suppose, maybe. I'm not sure about that. Great communicator. Is that a chainsaw? Okay. Teleporter. Okay, that's something. I don't know. I don't play Doom. I just no, thank you. But I'm not like, okay, he's popular. We know that, and I think I touched on this in DoomGuy's last matchup, or maybe it's Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls. Anyway, Bethesda and Nintendo have talked about Super Smash Bros. In the past. We just don't know if an offer was ever made for a character from one of the Bethesda franchises. And if it was, DoomGuy's definitely going to be up there. Doom franchise is an iconic, legendary franchise. Been around for quite a while, quite a long time. So, yeah, I think he's got a chance, but I don't know if he fits. I just don't know if he fits. But somebody I definitely think does fit the roster extremely well, Spyro the Dragon. Activision owns this character. Was around, kind of a 90s, I guess kind of a PlayStation sort of mascot because he was on PlayStation exclusive for a while and then kind of broke off. The deal ran up with that and kind of, went the third party route, went multi-platform. And Spyro ended up doing his own thing with the what are they called? Skylanders. Ended up doing a different version of Skylanders. I know a lot of friends that I had growing up, they were a fan of original Spyro. Absolutely despised the look and the voice and just what they did with Spyro. Just didn't seem like him. So that's coming from, a few friends of mine that played the game. So, but anyway, the Spyro Reignited trilogy came out with it, a few months ago or something. I think, November. I think it sold pretty well. It's kind of like this is the time of, old school remakes. We had the Crash Insane trilogy. We're getting the Crash Team Racing, and now we got Spyro. There's plenty of other franchises you could do. Banjo-Kazooie's another one, but Spyro's always been that cartoony sort of character, and I think that kind of just helps just the feel for the character. That's one thing I always bring up. I want the character to feel like themselves, and you don't really have to tone down Spyro at all. If anything, you can just copy, kind of paste him, and he just fits, and he works in Smash Bros. So, like, moveset wise, he's got breathing fire. You could do maybe headbutts. You got like flying around. You could do like a little corkscrew attack. You got quite a bit of stuff you can do with Spyro. You can hit him with his horns, wing, tail, whatever. You can come up with stuff for Spyro. It's easy to do. I think he just kind of fits. Plus, I think I'm voting Spyro. I'm just going to say that right now. Definitely voting Spyro. Would love to see this guy in the game for Smash Ultimate. But for Spyro, I mean, you got the moveset, you got the popularity. People would buy him. I think the ingredients are there. Activision does not have a rep in Smash Bros. And Activision does pretty well with Nintendo. They always seem to support Nintendo. So I guess... yeah, they do. I guess I was thinking of Ubisoft. Ubisoft does a bit better, and they don't have a rep either. So, not saying a big third-party, company will get a rep, but, Activision's got plenty of them. They got Crash and they got Spyro at the top of the list. So, I think Spyro would make a fantastic addition. I think a lot of you kind of feel the same way. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to see, like, Spyro take on Mario or something? Come on. That puts a smile on your face right there. That'd be insane. I'd love to see that. So, like I said already, my vote is for Spyro the Dragon. Yeah, I don't think there's really much more to... Yeah, not really much more to say. Spyro fits. Yeah, we already went over everything. Again, nothing against DoomGuy. It's just, to me, he just doesn't fit, so I can't really vote for him. I had to say, I was going over the same thing last week with the Mortal Kombat characters. I love Mortal Kombat as a franchise, but I just can't see them being in Smash, so I can't vote for them to be in Smash, I just can't do it. Unless it's like against a character that I absolutely despise, then I'll vote for him, sure. But I just don't think they quite fit to an extent, so that's why I'm not voting DoomGuy and definitely voting Spyro. So I guess that is pretty much... yeah, that's it for this one. So we got to go over results for tomorrow's matchup. Looks like tomorrow's matchup we'll get the results. Ooh, should be a good one. We'll get the results of Banjo-Kazooie taking on Erdrick. And, the winner will end up moving on to face Chrono from Chrono Trigger in the next round. And then the loser drops down to face Cuphead. Should be interesting. And, yeah, that is it. Do I have another video coming out today? I don't think so. I think I'm saving it for Wednesday. I got a video that I've kind of been working on here and there. It's interesting. It's not really gameplay, but it has something to do with Smash Bros. And I think it's going to be kind of neat. And yeah, I think that'll come out Wednesday. I don't think I'm putting that out today. But that is pretty much it for this one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed as always. I look forward to the voting as always. And hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.